Shackelford. You may know me from Rip Smidgen, and these are my top 5 vinyls that I own. While I do have these in a list, I'd like to point out that they're in no specific order really, because I truly couldn't be asked to rank these. First off, coming in, we got Wings, Paul McCartney's Band on the Run. This is the breakout record from Wings. My favorite one. Got the ode to John Lennon on Mrs. Vanderbilt. Let Me Roll It, 1985, great tracks, and of course, title track. That's a really good one, coming off of Red Rose Speedway. They were really desperate to get their top hit, because at the time Paul was the only Beatle that had not had a US #1. And turns out he had to go to Africa and detach himself to do something like that. And it's a killer record. Next up on my list, I got A Dream Is All We Know by the Lemon Twigs. This is a fantastic record. They're coming off of the 2022's Everything Harmony. Love these tracks, love the harmonies. My Golden Years is one of my favorite songs. I think it's one of the greatest power pop songs I've ever heard. They Don't Know How to Fall in Place, great. Title track A Dream Is All I Know is great arrangements from Brian. Michael really shines on this record, however. The Eyes of the Girl with Sean Lennon on bass, crazy. And of course, they ended off with a great rock and roll number with Rock On, over and over. Up next, I have 1979, George Harrison's self-titled LP, George Harrison. First off, I love this cover, and the back cover too. Taking it Friar Park, they scoring that crazy perm. This is coming after 33 1/3, a record that George Harrison himself wasn't too happy with. I love this record. There's a lot of the Roland Jazz Chorus 120s on here. Great chorus tones on the opening track, Love Comes to Everybody, and really great mini moog on here too. I can just kind of feel when I read the interviews that George said he was really happy during this period. You can really hear it. He recorded a lot of these songs in Hawaii. Here Comes the Moon, a little sister track to Here Comes the Sun. George Harrison was in Hawaii taking mushrooms, writing songs. Great record. Up next, I had to do it to him. It's Abbey Road by the Beatles, 1969. The last record they ever recorded, and in my opinion, their strongest one. Obviously, they have the medley, but George Harrison really shines on here. You can tell he went off to do All Things Must Pass and just kind of erupted after, but you can see he was really getting in a groove around 1969, 1970. It's a shame they didn't give him more songs on here, but another track on here, Because, has great harmonies as well. You Never Give Me Your Money. I really actually do fancy the John Lennon track, Mean Mr. Mustard. I think it's a nasty one. And of course it ends with the great song, The End. The last song they ever did together, and John, Paul, and George are just trading off guitar solos. It's really cool. But I have to say my favorite track on here is Oh Darling, or Something by George Harrison. Up next, I have my honorable mention, or honorable mentions. The other one, 1979 LP, I believe, by Bob Welch. This is coming off after his successful debut, French Kiss, which had the hit Sentimental Lady. Love this song, love this album. A little bit of fluff on here, but that early mid-70s sheen was great. Produced by Carter, who passed away recently. A lot of that 70s, mid-70s sheen on here. A little thick studio shimmer. Really great record. Kind of an awkward cover, didn't really age very well, but I do like the color scheme of the flames. And I really do think Bob Welch shines on this thing. It's his first record without any of his at the time, Fleetwood Mac members on here. He just recorded this live with his touring band at the time, and I think some of these songs are really great. He repurposes the track Future Games from his Fleetwood Mac days, David Adelstein plays keys on this thing. One on one. Sorry, one on one. Don't Let Me Fall. Old Man of 17. Really great numbers on here. Really forgotten Bob Welch album too, I will say. But great purchase. I got this for $1.79. Could you believe it? And my top, I'm gonna have to end with Future Games by Fleetwood Mac. Bob Welch covered that song, or I guess repurposed it on this record right here that I just spoke about. But this is Bob Welch's breakout record with Fleetwood Mac. He just joined the band at the time, and he was lucky enough to get the title track for this thing. But beyond Bob Welch's contribution in this album with this title track, which is a great track that I think just kind of expands the whole time, and really crazy how Bob kind of fit into the band right away. But wow, you get some of the greatest guitar playing, in my opinion, from Danny Kerwin on here. Plays A Woman of a Thousand Years, and wow, is that not a beautiful song? You get Christine Perfect, as she went by at the time, but Christine McVie plays a really good song too on here, which is Morning Rain. Great track. Sands of Time by Danny Kerwin is great. I like to listen to this album, put it on, listen to it all the way through. It's just one of my favorite rock and roll records of all time. Now that is my list. Thanks for listening. And if you have any responses or you'd like to talk about these in maybe the comments of this video, if you have a list of your own, you disagree with my ranking, feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to start that discourse with everybody. Thank you very much.